So hello everyone, I'd like to give you a little bit of an overview of the types of challenge sets that we've been curating, the organizing members here have been curating with the sponsors that we've organized for the Sustainability Hackathon in 2022. These various different challenge sets, we found that there's commonality and themes between them. So what we're doing is we're organizing them along the line of categories. The four different categories, as you can see here: cities and municipalities, global causes, companies with net zero goals, and the general interest in corporate social responsibility. Each one of these, what you're going to do if, as a person attending the hackathon or joining in on the hackathon, is one of the first things you'll do is form a team and then, let's say, shop through the various different categories and challenge sets themselves until you latch on to one that really interests you and where you feel that you might have some innovation, creativity, and some great ideas so that you can showcase your talents and innovation after. Now, who you showcase that to is going to depend on the challenge set, because there's going to be different judges for each one of the challenge sets, and the judges will be coming from the sponsor community or the supporter community that has endorsed or helped us to understand the subject matter around it. So what we're doing along these different categories is we're putting managers from the organizing committee, we're putting managers in charge of each one of the categories. You can see here that in the category of cities and municipalities, we've got great support from the City of Brampton, the City of Vaughan, Waterfront Toronto, and the Toronto District School Board. So Michelle Bento is handing that. And I also want you to know that for each individual challenge set, there is also going to be what we call a partner experience officer. So that is somebody that is dedicated 100% to that particular sponsor and their subject and their problem statement and their challenge set. And also what we call a student success officer. So that's somebody that is interfacing and liaising with you to make sure that you understand what the subject matter is, get support, get mentoring, and get help and encouragement with your ideas. In general, the type of things that we're getting from cities and municipalities is the need to promote ecospaces and natural heritage properties. Plenty of data is provided to us, but what everyone is really looking for is gamified app user interfaces to help increase the awareness of these spaces and that usage. Another area here is there's vast amounts of data that is being provided to the hackathon organizers and thus also to you. And you can innovate with the kind of public data sets that are available for us on how municipalities can better tackle problems related to emergency management, traffic management, water loss, etc. Another thing that's important is to model how buildings and facilities work using some of the advanced tooling like building information management system and digital twinning. And there's also a great need for planning for communities with greater urban resiliency in the future. So this category is with Michelle Bento, and if you have interest there, then you should go watch her video. And then if you have a specific challenge that you want to enter, then get more information from your student success officer. A second challenge set deals with global causes. So here, this is Harmandeep, who is the category manager. And there's a variety of different things here. One is through the association that we have with Yogged Up Front, there's not just going to be a challenge set, but also opportunities for you to engage with them. But the challenge sets that we have are oriented to creating awareness for traditional medicines and healing, and also to highlight the need of credentialing systems. Another thing that we're really focusing on is the United Nations Sustainable Goals, and looking for innovations and ideas with students with respect to that. That is not just hackathon goal or ordeal. That is something that affects the entire college. A third thing here is we have very close association with the CAMH, so the Canadian Association for Mental Health, and we have some specific challenge sets here dealing with awareness of mental health problems that are associated with social media and online gambling. So if that is attractive to you, there's going to be challenge sets here. Net zero goals is typically for sponsors and companies that are working with us that have very strong interest in reducing their carbon footprint and getting having events and having activities and operations that are actually carbon neutral. So we see various different challenge sets here, including innovation in trying to improve the reuse and recycling and the overall carbon footprint when dealing with electronic waste. We see a lot of interest in carbon footprint calculators and recommender systems to encourage a better or more sustainable behavior. We see a very specific challenge set in restaurant and food waste reduction, where there's lots of data and lots of subject matter expertise that's going to be provided to you. And then we see another one in conjunction with our sponsor, Voltaire Power, on solar power, carbon offsets, and the likes. So here, the sponsors that we have include, as I mentioned, Voltaire Power, CPAWS, which is the one that is really keen on restaurant food reduction systems. We have a really fun sponsor and really meaningful sponsor with Formula One Grand Prix of Canada, which is held in Montreal, that has very strong targets for net zero, and then FutureTel with the electronic waste recycling. Another category, this is now managed by David Young. This is corporate social responsibility. You see some big name corporations here. So again, there's going to be lots of interesting challenge sets and ability for you to network and work and showcase some of your talents and innovation with these groups. For instance, you will be seeing a lot of information on circular economy, which is the improvement of product design to enhance sustainability. You will see a lot of interest by these companies to have apps and the like that promote more sustainable employment practices at work. Roche in particular has a number of very meaningful data sets. You can read them here to use health data or public health data to support healthcare sustainability initiatives and equity issues, using Ontario greenhouse gas emissions to reduce healthcare emissions and reduce cancer drug wastage. So these are very meaningful activities, and Roche Data Science is providing us with access to awesome data sets that you can experiment with and work with. At the end of all this, we're also, of course, interested in not just these things as ideas or awards for them, but also in the commercialization of them after the hackathon is over. This here is not so much a challenge set, but enabling technologies and supporters that we have. So three major ones include Octochain, Google Cloud, and SOSIP. Through Google, what we'll be providing is access to and mentorship for Google Cloud App Engine and Google Cloud Data Analytics. So some students that focus on the software can use that. Octochain for use of blockchain technology to support credentialing. And SOSIP, our major partner in this, is that stands for Southern Ontario Supercomputing Infrastructure. They're going to provide cloud analytics, parallel CPU and GPU accelerated compute services to students that want to solve problems along the lines of using IT technology. You will notice that yes, there are lots of challenges here that can be solved using advanced computing, but there's also plenty of challenges that we have that have nothing to do with computing, so you're welcome to participate and innovate anyway. For instance, one of the big challenges that we have is through Sustainable Seneca, which says it's really important to incorporate the topic of sustainability in every course and in every curriculum at the school, and looking for ways for students to help identify that. So there's plenty of IT related or information technology related challenges, but there's also plenty of non-IT. And as you go and as you shop through these individual challenge sets, we'll help you with the labeling of those in case you're attracted to one or another or something in between. So Kaveh is the manager for this category, and these services and maybe others will be available to you to help innovate and create awesome solutions to some of the biggest problems that are affecting the globe and our country and our municipalities and us individually. Thanks for your attention.